and welcome to another daily devotion. As this week we talk about female voices of faith. So I want to start off by asking you, are you a glass half empty kind of person? Or are you a glass half full? I'm not going to pour this one out because it is half full. And so I ask you, are you an optimist or a pessimist? Do you look at life and when your feet hit the floor in the morning, you say, good God, it's morning? Or do you, when you wake up, say, good morning, God, it's morning? Kind of Eeyore-esque. Well, I find that in our prayer life, a lot of times we say thank you to God, but then maybe more of us say in our more common prayers, our tendency is to say, help! Or I need this, God, I need you to hear me or answer my prayers. So proportionately, maybe we think more about what we need and want versus being grateful or thankful for what we have. And so the first woman I'd like to introduce us to is not actually given a name to us. She has a name, but we don't know what it is. She's actually a dinner party crasher, comes into Luke chapter 7. Simon the Pharisee has had a dinner party. He's had anyone in the faith community come. He wants to impress them, and he also wants to put Jesus on the spot because there's some things Jesus has taught that he's not real happy about. And in the middle of dinner, all these great aromas and everybody getting ready to eat, comes this sobbing, boogery mess of a woman who falls at Jesus' feet, weeping audibly, interrupting the course, crying and wiping his dirty feet with her hair and touching his feet and kissing his feet. And people start to push away from the table, I imagine, put down their forks or whatever it is they're eating with. Some people are repulsed. Some people, start to make comments. And they start to grumble. And here's what Jesus does. He turns and looks at the woman like I'm doing with you right now and says, Simon, do you see this woman? Because he doesn't. You didn't give me oil for my head or a washcloth for my face or a bowl or towel for my feet from this hard journey. You didn't greet me with a kiss of peace. Yet this woman has not stopped kissing my feet and wiping the grime away with her tears. Do you see her, Simon? And he's spoken to Simon so that he's looking at the woman and he's not looking at Simon. So Simon knows what it is to feel like he's invisible. I don't know what brought the woman in there that day, but from some of the comments around the text, if this rabbi knew what kind of woman she was, her reputation, he wouldn't let her be touching him. She had a self-esteem of diminished respect, self-respect. No one else, after all, respected her. She knew the word on the street about her, the names they had for her, the things written about her on the bathroom stalls. And I wonder, as we relate perhaps to this party crasher, if you've ever felt like you weren't worth it. Like all the things that people said about you in your lowest points were true, that you weren't good enough, that had a hard time believing anything good could come out of you and your life. Like maybe all the things that people said about you were true and that you never measure up. And yet, the one thing this woman recognizes is that when she's at the feet of Jesus, no matter what baggage she carries, what scars, tissue she holds, she can leave it all there in a pool of tears at his feet and be grateful in knowing that she's safe here. Despite all the judgments and mockery around the table, it's all been drowned out by the one who sees her and says, "You're forgiven. I see you. You matter. You're worth it." Simon, do you see her? I wonder what it would look like when we saw past all our judgments and preconceived notions and reputations and labels we have for people. What it would be like if we knew all the things a person carried internally that they struggled with. If that would matter, if we could know that before we met them, like in a little bubble above their head, maybe we would treat each other a little more kindly. But in the world of half empty or half full, this unnamed woman sure is appreciative of the blessing of being able to be at Jesus' feet and knowing that no matter what the world has said about her, something we say at baptism, that no matter what the world might say or do to you, we recognize at this font that you are a beloved child of God and that love and calling are irrevocable. I'm grateful for the woman at Jesus' feet. What an amazing, beautiful story.